Hi guys, it's your girl Kalia checking in with you today on this wonderful Monday afternoon. I am reviewing the Real Housewives of Potomac season 7 episode 13, Sisterhood of the Traveling Beefs. I was gonna get on cam for you guys, but I decided not to. My makeup didn't come how I want to. Whatever, that's too much information. But basically, I'm going to cam up going forward next week. It's going to be 100% cam up. Just bear with me as I am, getting more videos out, getting more comfortable with camming up and, showing my face in the camera. So let's just get into this episode. It was a juicy episode. I did enjoy it very, very much. It was a gag. It wasn't a gag. It had me gagged, basically. It had me gagged. Okay, so let's jump right in. My first of the note says, why does Giselle and Robin want Charisse to be invited so bad? Of course, we all know why Giselle and Robin want Charisse to be invited so bad. It just seemed like they just want to stir up the mess with Karen. Like, Karen being a mess is just, because Karen is just, Karen. So I just genuinely think they working overtime to get to the bottom of what Charisse has on Karen. And it's just like, Giselle, we can't even hear about your real life for 2 minutes before you jump into somebody else's situation, life, and talk about what they got going on. Like, I wish you understood how we can see you as a real person finally. Of course, we hate that you are dealing with health issues and things of that nature, but we finally can feel like you're a real person when you express those things with the camera and talk about your real life and what you're going through other than being messy. So I hate that you going through your fibroids is painful, you're getting older, stuff like that, but it's enjoyable to watch because you don't really get to see real life Giselle much. So when she's with her kids, when she is talking about her health issues and her everyday life, or even building, designing her home, it just seems more realistic and something. Me personally, I feel like it's something that I would rather, listen to from Giselle than her just trying to figure out why Charisse wasn't invited. Why did she send the video? Did Karen not like the video? Like, does it matter? Does that matter to what you got going on in your life? Giselle, does this matter? Like, why are you so pressed about, getting these two together so they can fight? But I guess you'll get what you, looking for later on in the episode. I said it did put a smile on my face seeing the scene with Robin and the boys. The boys are so cute, especially when Robin was trying to do the little, dance that the little boys do. I thought it was so cute. It's just, we see Robin in real time more than we see, Giselle. So it did make my heart full seeing Robin with her boys, explaining to them that they're getting married again because they've been engaged. Robin kids was looking like y'all was engaged for real, like really, like they just look so bland they act just like one. They look so bland to the situation, like, oh, okay, like I thought y'all was already doing what y'all was doing, like it's cool how it is, like, so it seemed like that. But I thought the little boys were so cute. They looked just like one. I thought it was a cute scene to add into this episode of Robin having them, get their suit size. I thought that was very cute. So Robin wants to do a very secluded wedding with just her, one, and the kids. Honestly, at this point, how their relationship is set up, how the kids feel about them even being engaged or married, how long it's taking them to go through this process of being married. Now I'm not married. Now I'm married, I think it's best that they just be them. Like, it's just be them. I don't think they should have a big wedding. Even that little engagement party was a lie. It just seems so forced, So I 100% agree with, her and the kids just having, their own destination and it just being them. I think that's best. I think that would, not saying that would save the embarrassment, because it more, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I think if it was me, if I was Robin and in Robin's shoes, I understand why she wants the wedding to be the way it is. Basically, to sum it all up. I said one looked like he was a player in his draft pick picture. Like, he looked like he gave Robin hell. I'm not even gonna lie. He looks definitely like he gave Robin hell. But yeah, he looks like one of them. He looks like one of them. And I said in my notes that it seems like they enjoy being parents more than they actually enjoy being married. Like, you see a spark in them when they're parenting, Robin and Juan. It seems like they're better co-parents than anything. Like, they not co-parents, but they're better parents than anything. I think if you just took out the kids and left Robin and Juan, I don't think it would be anything there. I don't think it would be no wedding. I don't think it would be any spark. I don't think it would be anything to look at. I think the kids make their relationship, and I think it's going to be hard for them when they get, the kids get older and they go on with their lives and they have to, do a reality check. Like, the kids are gone and we actually have to deal with each other. I think they have not come to the terms that they don't really, like each other. They just like being parents of their kids together. Simple as that. So I'm interested to see how, Robin and Juan end up being and how it end up prevailing for them, because that's my opinion on their relationship. I said Wendy's beauty is top tier. Sometimes I'll be looking at Wendy. I personally will stand on Wendy is the best looking person on this cast. I stand on that. Candace is cute, The Green Eyed Bandits, they don't like nothing. Ashley. But Mia, no, it doesn't look like nothing. If you ask me who is the best looking housewives on this Potomac show, Wendy. One thing Wendy has been doing this season is giving you a look, okay? And I'm not even talking about fashion look. It's just the beauty, her face, her skin tone, how her curly weave be, and like, it's just like, yes, Wendy. I just be looking at Wendy sometimes like, you are truly beautiful, girl. Like, lady, you are beautiful. You like a black beautiful Nubian queen. Like, she's the best looking face for me out of the cast, if you ask me. But like I said, that's just my opinion. But I do think Wendy has been top tier. When the face has been top tier, the face, what Beyonce say? Face card never declines, my God. Yes, Wendy, yes. And I said, I can't wait to go to Mexico when I see them preparing for the Mexico trip. I think that's the perfect destination for them. And yes, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be there in March for my birthday. I'm planning, and if everything goes how I need it to go, hopefully I will be there. And it looks like amazing. Just Housewives girls trip, just really like, I feel like that's the best part of the season. I feel like for me that's the most enjoyable, seeing them all go together out traveling on trips. I feel like that it's just where it all pops off. It's just the climax of the season to me. I just thoroughly enjoy watching any Housewives franchise when they travel together. It's just very, very enjoyable to watch. I probably should have watched the Ultimate Girls Trip maybe, but I really didn't know how I felt about different people from different casts coming together. I like the cast, that's situated already to come together and go on a trip. Like, if you get what I'm saying, if you get the gist of it. But Bravo's franchise girl trips is, that's the majority of the reason that I enjoyed the show, is the girls trips. Like, I love seeing the girls trips. I don't know if I'm living through it, because I don't really have that many girlfriends, but I love it. It just really fills my heart just to see them have a good time. Even when they argue, like, it's just, they all together collectively. Like, Girls Trip just do something to me. It just fills my heart. So I definitely, like, was so excited to see them all go together. I was so confused the first time I watched it. I watched the episode twice. The first time I watched it, I was so confused on what was going on with Jacqueline and Mia at first. I was like, what did I miss something? Like, what happened? Like, how? Like, what happened? So I personally think somebody said that they think Mia and Jacqueline is trying to deflect from the fact that, Gordon bought Jacqueline a car and they've all been together. But I don't believe so. I think that it has started getting to Mia, because it seems like Mia knows the camera, knows how to work the camera, knows how to lie. Jacqueline does not. Understandably so, that you new to this. But it just seems like when Mia says something, just how they were at the in the living room when they were talking to Gordon, it just seems like anytime Jacqueline speaks, Mia is embarrassed. Like, Mia is like, that's not what she was supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they've been on the same page ever since, Jacqueline, I feel like Jacqueline just talks too much for Mia. Mia keeps up her lie. Mia will keep the lie going and don't blink twice about it. But Jacqueline, she ain't good on the camera. Like, not saying that she's not good on the camera like Mia, but she's just not how Mia want her to be as her friend. Mia came with the intentions of her being a certain way with Jacqueline, and Jacqueline being a certain way for her. You're gonna be my best friend, you're gonna take up for me, and you're gonna speak when spoken to, and you're gonna say what I need you to say. And I don't think Jacqueline was doing that. Like, I think Jacqueline was just speaking out of turn too much for Mia, and I think this added much more animosity on that friendship. It's so sad that as a quote-unquote 20-year friendship, y'all trying to always pull this every time something is like speculated about y'all, like you, Gordon, and her, y'all trying to pull like, oh, like last season you said something like, we end up finding a picture of her mom and my stepmother 20 years ago. Like, they always trying to pull this rank of how long they've been best friends, how long they've been knowing each other, how long they've been fighting with each other. But it just seems like it was so easy for y'all to go low with each other. It was so easy. So that's why I feel like this show has kind of gotten in between them. And I think it was built up animosity. So this whole thing on the plane, that's my outlook on it. So I was gagged. I was just like, what is going on? I was confused at first about what was going on a plane, but then after I rewatched it, I guess I still understand. I still don't understand. I'm not even gonna lie and say I understand, because I still don't understand what happened. Like, what made it go so left so fast. From what I gauged, it was, I guess Jacqueline's kids was at Mia's house, and something about a sister didn't know about it, and Mia told Jacqueline, when arguments are this petty, I feel like it's just built up animosity, like I said. So when it takes you to go over, it's just something built up. So it was just so petty, and it seemed like so minute. So why are y'all arguing like this in first class? The ghetto. I hope I can find that clip of Nene. It's so funny how Nene is the like most legendary, when it comes to this Housewives stuff. Like, it's the most funny clips. She has the most funny sayings. Like, Nene was legendary. Like, when I got on Twitter last night and I was just catching everything everybody was saying about their opinion on what happened with the show, and everybody had their funny memes and videos, it's nothing but Nene. And it's just like, wow, this lady is very iconic, and it's just crazy. I can't, we're not even gonna talk about Nene. That's Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're gonna let that go. We're gonna leave that there. But it was very funny. I thought it was that whole scene from them getting off the airplane, explaining themselves. Mia be like quenching her lips up like together, and it just looks so funny. Like, I was just laughing. I was just here for that whole, it was messy, but I was just here for that whole situation. I said, Giselle in these white ripped jeans and this Dolce & Gabbana black and white shirt. Giselle, where are you going? Why do you still continue to put on these outfits? Giselle definitely dressed the way she acts and carries herself. Like, she dresses that way. So I can't be mad at her, but it's just like, where are you going with these white ripped jeans on? Why you got this on for your airport outfit? Why you got this on? Where you going? Oh, lady. I said someone can say anything about Giselle. Someone can say anything. Oh, so somebody can say anything about, like, Karen. It's so funny how y'all don't peep how messy Giselle and Robin is. Like, you gotta peep it. Like, you gotta hear it with your good eye. And I don't really be peeping what they be saying until I catch somebody peeping on Twitter. But just anytime somebody say something about Karen, Giselle gonna be like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because she want this mess to pop off so bad. It is eating her up inside that this mess with Karen and Sharice is not popping off how she wants it to pop off. I said, why do Ashley like she shop at Wet Seal all the time? Like, Ashley, like, her favorite store is Fashion Nova and Wet Seal. She run Wet Seal down. It like she is the best customer at Wet Seal. Why, Ashley? You have money. Why do you be dressing like this? But it's fit for the occasion. Like, all of them fit for the vacation. Like, it all look like they going on vacation to Miami. But Giselle, why you got these ripped up long white jeans and this black and white Dolce & Gabbana shirt on? Why? It looks so funny. Like, it's so funny. So this, and I'm gonna put the video. I'm gonna try my best to put the video in the review right here. But so Jacqueline was like, Mia needs dick. She needs some, I'm sorry, I don't know if I can say that, but she was saying that, Mia needs dick. She needs some more dick or whatever. Which I think that's not something to trigger you. I don't think that's something. It's just something. It seems like that's something Jacqueline would say normally. Like, that just seems like something she would say. It's not something far-fetched that Jacqueline said that. So I didn't understand why Mia went so left so fast. Like, so Mia, and I understand edits and stuff can be chopped up, but as you can see in the video, I don't know if you peeped, when Mia was like, do you want to go there? Do you really want to go there? And Robin was like, yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Just messy. But if it was involving you, you'll be so pissed if somebody was as messy as you were. But she was like, yes, she does. Yes, she does. So Mia was like, close your legs to married men. I don't know if it was chopped. I'm hoping that it was cut out and they edited and they had just Jacqueline looking like she just came out and said, I will never sleep with your husband, Mia. But if it was like how it looked, Jacqueline, you look crazy. Because she didn't say nothing about, and I think it was like that because Sharice came back and said, who said anything about you sleeping with her husband? Because who said that? Like, that really sent me. It had me on the floor crying, laughing when Jacqueline stand up and took a stance and said, I will never sleep with your husband, Mia. Like, I was on the ground. Like, I'm like, who said that, Jacqueline? Who said that? And that's what I'm saying. That's why her and Mia are at odds, because Jacqueline be speaking out of terms to me. And I would be lying if I would say I didn't understand Mia's frustration, because if you my friend, we supposed to be here with it. You don't make me look a certain type of way to these women. And you're my friend. Like, it's my unbiased opinion, but I can understand how Mia is so frustrated with Jacqueline because she talks too much. And if you came out after I said, close your legs to married men, and you came out and said, I'll never sleep with your husband, Mia, how dumb do you look? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Like, why would you say that? Like, that's what we be talking about. That's why y'all got to this point. Because you talk too much. Like, shut up. It's just like a dumb blonde. Shut up. Like, Mia lies. You talk too much, though. You do talk too much. And I will give you that. But I was gagged. Everything about that season was funny as heck. Everything from the cutout of the heads on the plane when they were explaining how, the fight went down on the plane. I was gagged. Like, this episode had me crying, laughing. This was not a filler episode to me. Like, it was not too much to review or talk about, but I laughed so hard at that Jacqueline and Mia scene. So Robin, everybody gets to their room. Everybody gets a vibrator. Karen is like the bully. That was funny. But everybody, just try to get settled as much as they can. I think they surprised Ashley. I thought that was so cute, as Ashley was saying, how much these girls have seen her go through, which is true. Even though how much they don't like each other, they do go through life changes and life, memories and stuff like that together. And I think that's why I just genuinely enjoy the girls trip, because it's something about this Housewives franchise. It's like, with the girls not being as close as they are with each other, they're going together with their lavish lives on these vacations as a group and still have to coexist in a way. It's just something that sparks. Like, I love it. I love it. But they gave Robin, I forgot what it was called, but the bride to be, I'm so sorry, I forgot what it was called. Belle, something like that. Belle, something like that. But it ended up flying off, and Robin's like, "Is this a sign? Like, is this a sign? And I'm supposed to be married?" Robin, if this is a sign, you had multiple signs a long time ago. So why do you care about this sign? Just fly this sign over to the waistline, because you don't care about signs. You don't care about signs. So I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that it flew off her head. I thought it was funny they kept showing Robin tracks. Like, girl, in them clip-ins, you need them to be clipped in and over, and the hair is over. The hair needs to be over, okay? But yeah, I said Robin and Juan's conversation on the phone be so awkward. Like, when he checking up on her, I don't know if it's cut. I don't know, because you just got to take, the reality TV with a grain of salt, because stuff can be cut up, chopped up, switched around so much. But it just seems like their conversation is so forced. It's like somebody squeezing Juan in the back just to talk to Robin. That's what vibes it gives me. So Karen, I thought it was funny that Karen, I'm jumping back a little bit. When they were getting the goodie bags together with Ashley, I thought it was very funny when Karen was like, "I don't know her anymore, but you could probably put some champagne, but I don't know her anymore." Like, I thought that was funny. I kind of was over the place, but Ashley asked Karen, like, "I didn't get Sharice to give, so what should I give her?" And Karen was like, "Well, she loves champagne, so maybe you can give her champagne, but I don't know her anymore." Karen is the Reed's queen. Wendy is the number one to me for the face, but for how they act in this season, I think Karen is my fave. Because Karen be having me gagging. She really be having me cracking up. Like, seriously. I said Mia's facial expression, and I feel like I say this on every review, that Mia's facial expressions be so stiff. Like, the lips just don't move, the face just don't move. It just looks so very stiff. I really wish Mia seen how stiff her face be looking in the camera. Like, she don't care. But yeah, they go to dinner. They get, the tacos. Oh, I can't wait to go to Mexico. But they get the tacos and everything like that. Everything looks good. And that's when, they start talking about, Sharice and Karen. Karen, I don't believe that Sharice was directly talking about your mother, but I guess that she was talking about the funeral, so that is talking about your mother. But it's just like, it looked crazy. Y'all arguing, but Karen's is very sensitive when it comes to her parents. We didn't really know too much about Sharice and her dad, but we did definitely know how Karen felt about her parents. So I definitely thought, even to bring that up, that was low. Even you co-signing being messy, Giselle, like, she did go to the funeral. What does that mean? Just because she went to the funeral, does that mean she genuinely support me and looked out for the best interest? Everybody come to the funeral. So what does that mean? So I think that's what sent Karen over the edge with Sharice. Not only Sharice saying she supported her and went to the funeral, but Giselle trying to rib it up like she did. Well, she did go to the funeral, Karen. Like, that was my mom's funeral, and I don't think you had the good intention. So I understand it triggered Karen. I understand Karen's reaction because it could be triggering. It very much so could have been triggering, but they look crazy. They definitely look crazy. It definitely was funny to watch. This episode was definitely a kiki to me. So I will promise, I will be camped up for my next episode. I mean, my next review next week. I will be camped up. I will be already prepared to go. And yeah, so I'm excited for, the episode next week, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And yeah, we'll see. I will see, or I won't see, but I will hear or leave a comment or subscribe or do something. Just do something. I'm all over the place, but do something. Thank you for checking out my video, and it's more videos to come. Just hit that subscribe button. Tell your friend to hit that subscribe button right now. Thank you.